What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video with your boy Abe Shaw. There's a lot of updates going on that I need to update you guys on. So for starters, right, shout out to everybody that's been, well, from the last video, shout out to everybody that's been commenting, that's been liking it up. Shout out to everybody that actually reached out and DM'd me for the link. So shout out to those members that got access to Still Shop for free. If you missed it, sorry to tell you that you got luck. Hopefully next time you can catch it. Honestly, yeah, it probably won't be for like another couple months where I even consider like throwing the Still Shop back on free again. If anything, it'll just be like a discount or a sale, kind of like similar to like what I did yesterday. I know by the time you're watching this video, it's probably gonna be like whatever. What I did on February 22nd, basically I put on this. I said if it hit TP5, I'm alright, bet I'll throw it up for sale for a day or two, right? So for those that actually caught that sale, shout out to y'all again for just being like productive and actually being on your jump P's and Q's, because you never know when I'll throw a discount on a Still Shop or if I would throw one ever again. In general, you just gotta stay tuned. But enough of all that, right? Last week had the 43K day. This week we had the 30 band day. Like, actually, I'm gonna put a screenshot here of the specific number that it was, because I actually posted it on the, if you're not following the profits page, make sure you go plug in. 30K, 31, specifically it's $31,867, right? Now, today's video is a little different. I could go ahead and break that video down. Oh, he just had a 30K day. How did he do that? Today's gonna be different, right? Like, I woke up this morning. I'm like, you know what? I had like a realization, like, and it always happened anyway. But it was like, you know what? Why not make a video about it? Like, one main reason why I like trading so much is because, bro, when you're trading, you're not set to like a specific set schedule, right? Hear me out before you're like, oh, he only gets 9 to 5s. I'm not. I like 9 to 5. If it's a secure income, it's stable. You do what you gotta do, right? But think with me, right? So usually for New York session, when I'm trading SPX500, I'm trying to be about 8 a.m. The session actually starts at 9, and so on and so on. So by the time 9 a.m. hits, I'm already in my trades. I'm already in my entries. I'm already calling on my trades. So that way my team that's in my Still Shop hit TP by the time New York session already starts. So we're getting ready to start, right? Today, I didn't wake up until like 10:30. So New York session had already been started for about an hour or two past where I usually enter into the market at. So you're gonna see in this video, I'm gonna go over like, bro, like, one thing about trading is, even if you can't take your first entry, you can always find another second entry in the market to capitalize. So even though I may have missed the best entry possible, right? I could have made more money if I would have got up earlier. That's my fault, right? But even though I missed that, I was still able to capitalize off the second position. And not only that, I was still able to catch 200 pips off of the move to that, right? And that's the power of trading. Like, cause you know, like, from a job perspective, right? If you're clocking in, you're only making, like, if you're going based off of hours and you're not on salary, if you show up late for work, you're not still getting paid for that full hour. You're getting paid maybe 30 minutes, that 30 minutes of that first shift, that first hour, and then the rest of your day. So your check might be light. But with this, I was a whole hour, a whole 2 hour late on when I actually entered the trade, and I was still able to make similar to the same amount I was gonna make had I been up, right? Not as much, but at the same time, it's all about how I'm doing it. Like, I rolled out of bed, hopped on my phone, oh, bet, let me send this alert out, right? So, enough of me talking. Let's actually get in the video so I can show y'all exactly like the breakdown of where I originally would have entered at, and then two, how I was able to capitalize off that second entry and what exactly that I see in the market. I'm gonna actually give y'all a setup today as well, just for watching this video, and just because like it's already in a perfect area that another trade alert that I might be sending out. So why not plug y'all as well? Shout out to y'all for watching my videos. Keep liking it, keep sharing it to your friends, let people know who I am. Right, let's build that following. Let's build that brand together on the YouTube platform. So, alrighty. So, bet. Look, let's see where we at. Alright, I already replayed it. So this is kind of like, I'm giving you the exact idea of where I was at when the market. Actually, no, a lot. Here it is. We're gonna go back one more. So I'm gonna give you the exact setup of what I was looking for. What time did I wake up? I woke up around, literally it was like Honestly, it literally was that kind. It was like down there 10:30, so I wasn't even up at this point. I'm gonna show y'all where I would have entered that originally, why I was gonna enter there, and then versus where I actually entered that in the market right now. So, as you can see, right. One thing about SPS, I always tell y'all this in videos, SPS loves zones, right? So here we have a support level that it constantly was bouncing off of, that took off for the buy. And as you can see, we got, this was one resistance level up here anyway. Because you can see like it's a lot of liquidity in the market to the left of the chart. But just to fully focus in on where I would actually enter that. So around 8:15, 8:30 a.m. is usually like where I typically already be in the trade, sitting on my alerts, right? So right here, there's a lot of rejection at this price, right? A lot of rejection. It rejected here. It came back up to fake people out that it was gonna go bullish, and then it started rejecting that price again. Once I would have realized that, okay, like it's not trying to break this area, right? Like it's not trying to get past 43.40. I wouldn't even consider hopping in for a buy anyway, unless it probably would have cleared above 43.50, right? So this is really what I would have been looking for buys at anyway. If not here, I could have took a look at a maybe small position for like 50 pips to 43.50, because like I said, this is the major resistance area. A true sell will either be here, or as you can see, if it failed to break this area, as you can see, it kept retesting and not trying to close above, and it started actually pushing down. And I actually have my own strategy that I use for entries, Kobe strategy that I use for MA specifically, that gives me my entry points. So so once it failed to reject, and once my MAs crossed, that's how I traded, I would have took that sell and we would have been deep in profit, right? But that didn't happen because I guess who was asleep? Me, right? I woke up late, woke up at 6 a.m. I was up for no reason, just wide awoke, and then I couldn't go back to sleep, and then I ended up going back to sleep, and then obviously that affected me waking back up again for a New York session. But we don't care about excuses, we care about what you did to make up for that and how you made sure your team was profitable, right? So cool. By the time I woke up, this is what the market was looking like. It had broke the structure already. And I'm like, you know what? I told my squad, we're gonna enter around 4,300, right? 4,300 would be the ideal area. Usually I would have called it at 4,305, but I'm like, nope, because once it broke, I could have easily entered that market execution. But what that would have done was, as you can see right here, it wicked. That candle was starting to pull back. It wanted to retest the zone that it broke out of first before it continued for that downtrend. So once it broke, oh, what was that? I do not know, and it just messed up my thing. Trash. Alright, bet. Come on. So once it broke the stretcher, the market wants to retest right here, right? And the reason why I had these zones here, because like I said, this is the previous support level. So if I couldn't catch that first entry right here, the only second entry that I would take is once it actually break below the previous support level. That's gonna let me know that the market can potentially, it's crazy because y'all seen it now, but that's gonna let me know that the market is gonna potentially come, once it break here, it's gonna come here, it's gonna come here, it's gonna come here, and if it want to, it could really come all the way back down to 42.55. But we're not at that point yet, so I'm gonna go based off of where we at right now in the market, right? So those are the areas that I'm looking like, okay, this is all the areas that the market can swing back to, just to let us know. And honestly, the main one I was looking at was, and I'm gonna show y'all the box too, was right here. So this was like the last zone that SPS broke out of. Alright, so I'm like, alright, anywhere in this area of this zone is gonna be an area that is gonna be looking to retest to at minimum for TP. So usually my TPs range from like TP 134, aka that's anywhere between 50 to 200 pips. On a good day, maybe like 50 to 300, depending on how I'm feeling, how I'm looking at the market. But today was a 50 to 200 pip type of day. So either we're gonna make 50 pips at minimum, or we're gonna catch the whole move for 200 pips. So once the market broke the structure, I was still asleep. Once I seen that it's came all the way down here, I'm like, nope, we're gonna wait. Once it pulled back, I'm like, okay, bet. We're gonna enter at 4,300 area. This is the area that I'm looking for. TP1 was 42.95, TP2 was 42.90. CP3 42.85, and so on and so on, right? I don't like my colors being red. It's only just so I can get an idea of what happened. So 4,300, this is the entry. This is TP1, as you can see, TP2. And if you go back to my story, you'll peep. Like I showed y'all the setup that I was looking at. And then the moment, literally 10 minutes later, when I updated the chart, and updated on my Instagram, that's literally when it happened. 10 minutes later, TP123 got smashed. Like, that's actually insane. And like, obviously, if you're watching, if you follow me on Instagram and you're watching, you're like, bro, I don't really know nothing about Forex yet. So you showing me a chart, that doesn't mean nothing to me. Right. That's exactly why you got to educate yourself to the point where you see me post a chart, you know exactly, oh, bet he looking for a sell, or dang, it broke that zone. Maybe I should be looking for sell setups. Other traders that follow me, they probably was aware, like, dang, okay, bet. That's what that means. Like, it may look like a foreign language to you now, but I promise you, if you go back to my previous YouTube videos, I'm explaining it for free. It should help clear it up a little bit more for you. But if you really want to learn, I would highly advise that you like enroll in my course so I can really get you right. But for the sake of this video, let's keep going, right? So, fast forward. It's cool, I don't care. Right, so, fast forward. We're going to get rid of my MAs because it's irrelevant right now. So, as you can see, once it fully came back to break, that this was literally a perfect impulse candle. Boom. Smash TP1 and TP2. It pulled back to retest. It didn't break above our entry, so I wasn't worried about it hitting stop loss. Our stop loss was at like 43.10, right? Right back at that zone. But I knew, like, if it was a true sell, I wouldn't even have to worry about it coming back to this zone. That's irrelevant. So hold the swing, hold it for the whole move. So TP1 smack, TP2 smack, TP3 smack, and then ultimately TP4 smack 2 at 42.80, right? So for the most part, that's all I did. I waited for that. The first entry I missed out on. The second entry was the entry that I actually was able to capitalize on in the market to make up for me not waking up early to be at work on time, right? Or me being on the charts at the right time, right? If you get what I'm saying, right? Once again, I'm not shaming nobody. If like, I'm just showing you another perspective of, even if you are on your way to work and you miss, let's say you actually late for work, and like, let's say I got a 9 to 5 job, right? I'm late for work. Dang, I'm 30 minutes late for work. That's gonna cut into my check. Let me actually hop on the charts, right? And see if I can make up that 30 minutes that I lost. And this is like exactly how having a job and using this yin and yang ratio to go back and forth between, I got my stable income, and then not only that, I'm trading too to make up whatever losses I lost at work, or if I want to call off one day, I can make it up in the market. I can make it up in the charts. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying eventually you're going to get to the point where you want to, because you're going to be like, bro, instead of being here right now, if I was focused on the charts, I could have made a band today. But here I am only selling them for $200 in a day. Alright. Perspective. Just putting in perspective for you. Right? If you want to do both, you can. If you want to take this super serious and you realize this is for you, perfect. Like, if you just want to just trade on the side and not do it full time, that's perfect too. It's called swing trading, which lets you hold a trade for today, and you can hold it to the end of the month if you want to, and let the market do what it want to do. It's totally up to you to decide how you actually want to go about the market. So the free trade I'm about to give you right now, is, and I'm gonna show y'all, we're gonna go straight from blank, erase everything. If I was to hop in the market right now, where would I look to enter? So we're back at the previous zone. If I look all the way to the left of the chart, this is the previous zone. I really wouldn't want to enter again. Honestly, we could take the same trade. So the trade I took for the sell at 4,300 is going to be the same entry that I'm taking for the buy. So I wouldn't look to buy until 4,300. Stop loss would be 42.90. TP1 43.05. TP2 43.10. See how fast I'm doing this? 43.15. Like, it's literally taking me 5 minutes on the charts to do this. I place my trade. Once it get up to this price, I place my trade, and all I'm doing is letting the market work. I'm not stressing. I'm not constantly sitting here on the laptop. Like, you literally, I don't know if people have a stigma of where, oh, you got to be on the chart. How long are you actually on the chart? Bro, I'm on the chart for like 5 to 10 minutes. Place my trades. Once it actually pushes, once it actually comes to 4,300, I'm entering. And then I go about my day. I go to the gym, go find me something to eat, play the game, take pictures, design, code, whatever I want to work on. You feel me? Like, it's literally that simple. You don't have to sit here and constantly watch. Because, pro tip, don't sit and chart watch. Because if you're sitting in chart watch, if you enter a trade and the trade starts pulling back and you start looking like you're losing money, you're going to close the trade and you're going to freak out and you're going to be sick. Because you're going to close it when it's pulling back. and then the trade is actually going to take off and hit all of your TPs that you wanted to, if you would have just been patient. Because at the end of the day, patience pays. I used to say that all the time when I first started off, like, patience pays. Like, embrace the red in order to see the blue, because at the end of the day, like, the red not gonna matter, because once you're in blue, you're in profit. Once you're in profit, you can move your stop loss in profit to make sure that you don't even lose on the trade no matter what. So this is a quick, simple video. Hope you guys gained some value from it. Let me know if you have any questions. Once again, if you want to enroll, link to my website will be down below in the description box. Make sure you like and comment if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video.